utilised my tripod and my clicker, and I'm just going to shut the window and do that a bit so that we're not all blinded. Is that better? Marginally, yes. Oh, hello. Let me just get comfortable and get my notebook out. So I'm wearing a vest top over a long sleeved thingy and longer because this is quite short, that says all I need is coffee and crochet. And this morning I am drinking my coffee and then I'll be doing my crochet out of my iCrochet so I don't kill people mug. And this coffee this morning is Jacksepticeye's top of the morning coffee, midnight oil, 1 tablespoon of midnight oil and 1 morning glory. I'm not sponsored, Jack, if you ever catch this. As if, because he's a gamer. But anyway, I digress and I babble. Right. So, hi! There you are. I can see you now. So, first of all, the Crochet Society video box unboxing video that came out the other day was a bit of a shambles, for which I wholeheartedly apologise. I spent 2 days waiting for it to arrive because it said it was going to arrive between 2 and 4 and then 4 till 6 and then, oh sorry, it's coming the next day, 2 till 4, between 6 and past, and I went out Wednesday evening and it turned up not long after I arrived at my original location. So by the time I got back it was 9 o'clock. Then I had to wait because it's too dark in here to record in the evening. So then I had to wait for my son to go to bed. I got recording. So that's why it was a bit of a shambles, for which I fully apologise. But that was my last one for now. I'm going to stalk the YouTube streets and keep an eye on future. Maybe after Christmas, start again. Anyway, that was 3 minutes of me babbling about not what I've made this week. So, this week I have the last week in the Let's try that one again. In the last week, I've mainly been working on the next something. It'd be really nice if I could talk. The next Something Special Sunday video, but I've got that finished now. Yesterday morning, I think. So literally in the last week I've done, in terms of my general stuff, absolutely niche. But I made a thing. And this little thing, which looks remarkably like a yarn guide ring, a photo block and a little clamp, is in fact a yarn guide thing on a photo block attached to a clamp, all stuck together with Gorilla Glue. And the idea is that when I'm winding, which actually I'll do in a bit, and then just ping it onto the end. So this is going to be even later. Of my winding table, I've got my winding table like there, my winder there. You can clamp this on, feed the yarn through. There we go, it was twisted. So yarn comes through, goes to the winder, winds. I can hold the table and the winder without having to grow an extra limb or clamp it between my toes. But I will show you as soon as I finish this actual video, because I'll come to that in a bit. So that's that. I've finished 3 more squares of my swirly cake squares, so that's the half cake. So I've got dark grey to light grey, light grey to light green, light green to dark green, except if you see this corner, I lost a game of yarn chicken, guys. I was like that. Wait, where did it join? Yeah, I lost it there, and so I had all the way down there, around there and around there. I could have cried. So I've joined it on with the second tealy coloured cake. Now I'm just hoping that that other teal cake lasts for the next 6 squares, because otherwise that is going to be a shambles, because I've designed or worked out how I want my squares to lay out and how many of each I need. So that's that. In the next bag, last week I was halfway through this square. I've finished it, obviously, and I've just sewn it on to the other 2 completed squares. It's really endy, but you know, I'll deal with that. So I've finished it, sewn it on, and made a start on the beige, which at the moment is looking all beige, but hopefully it will get some pale green minty speckles going on soon, and then I'll attach that, finish off the original stripy one, the OG square, which is just hanging out on these little short pants one. And then I'll finish that and sew it on. But this time next week, those squares will be done, and I might have something else to show you for just that bit. What else? I don't know. Yeah, right, verticality. So, where are we? We are now lost in a tangle. So last week I'd got to there, so I've done like 3, not quite 3 more rows on it. And what I'm doing, I'm just chopping and changing colour when I get bored of it, just going up and down. I know the bottom is really endy. I'm just going to keep going until it's wide enough. Attach the arm, attach down the side together, and give it a nice border in this tealy colour. Can you tell what colours I'm heavily into? I want to get that done, and I'm on track by the middle of July, so I can take it on my jollies. Right, and as of, I'm going to give myself an hour or 2 this afternoon and cast on a new pattern. I'm going to make a shawl and I'm going to knit it, and it's going to be lovely. So I'm going to be making in DK weight the Easy Peasy Shawl by Along Avec Anna. And it says it requires 4 balls of Along Avec Anna double merino and an extra if you want to make the tassels. Now that doesn't tell me what that equates, what that equates to in like 100 gram balls. I have no idea. So I'm just going to guesstimate, use stash, use a mixture of wool and acrylic, and somebody will probably shout at me for that. I'm just going to play because I'm feeling shawl. The entire internet is doing shawls and I want to do a shawl. Or at least it feels like the entire internet is doing shawls. Excuse me, but I'm also contemplating socks, but that's a leap too far for me at the moment. That's a next year thing. So what I'm going to do is start off with my 100 gram cake of sheepish fibre art, in this pink with sort of grey splotchinesses for the body. Let's see how far I get. Now this is 55% blue-faced Leicester, 45% silk. I might have to break out some gloves for this. The colourway is Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker 1 or Heartbreaker I. So I'm going to start off with that, see how I go. Then when that comes to an end, I've got some grey acrylic. And if this comes to an end, I've got pink acrylic, lilac acrylic. What I might do is see how I'm going and then switch it out. For the tassels and the I-cord bind off, because I had a quick scooch ahead. So I'm going to give myself a couple of hours on that today, just for a bit of a clear my head change, because reasons. So yeah, so this is what I'm going to be winding later at the end of this video, so we'll see how my little thing works. My study, my first unit assessment has gone in. I'm going to check how I've done on that in a bit. When I'm putting my second unit in, which is why I'm going to have a bit of a just sitting poodle on a bit of knitting. Books wise, this is something I've only just thought to mention. I'm reading Les Miserables by Victor Hugo in actual book form. I don't know if you know the film or the musical, the book, but we've just got to the barricades, so people are going to start dying a little bit soon and may cry, just saying. And Audible, I'm listening to Silmarillion as part of my mission to get through all of the Tolkien, Lord of the Rings books, or as many as is possible. All 6 of them that I'm aware of. So Silmarillion, Children of Húrin, Hobbit, Fellowship, Two Towers, Return of the King. This year, what else do I want to read? All of Shakespeare's plays. I'm taking them on holiday. I read plays quite quickly. Les Mis, and a series called the Rotherweird series. But the Tolkien, I think, is going to be predominantly on Audible. So, next week, with any luck, I should be ready to do the assessment for Unit 3 of my college course, have a large chunk more of my verticality, have some more squares built and hopefully starting to join them, a bit of a shawl, some little knitted squares finished and joined, and another morning project started. Possibly. I don't know when I'm going to squish in the shawl, but we shall see. So yeah, that should be next week. On Sunday, I've got a Something Special Sunday coming out. I've got itchy hands, so I'm definitely going to need to do something with that yarn. Anyway, I need more coffee. I'm very excited because yesterday evening, and I completely forgot, a new episode of Witcher came out. So that's my watching for this afternoon, rest of the day. And I will see you on Sunday, and then in the next Is It Finished Friday. Bye. Oh, now I need to grab my clicker again. So let's try that again. Bye bye. Blue. Hi. So, in theory, I'm just going to unscrew this. So I've got my thing down there. Reattach, and it's clamped on nicely. So in theoretically, yarn goes through loop. Yarn goes through secondary loop. Vicky can hold the table, and let's go. It's working! I'll show you a picture of the cake at the end.